he just started getting more and more sexual. Why do you have that picture? And I was like, LOL, because I seen it at your cousin's house. And he was like, you're weird. I wasn't pissed. I'ma just play Clueless, and when I play Clueless, he'll just be like, okay, she don't get the vibes that she clearly not trying to me, like, you know what I mean? But no, that would not be the vibes that he would get. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, there's someone in my house right now doing construction on my fucking apartment. Since I have moved here, y'all, it's been so much going on in my apartment. It's annoying. My dryer don't work, wash machine don't work, my water wasn't hot even though I'm paying a water bill every single month, plus a sewage bill. The fridge wasn't closing properly. Like, it was just too much going on. But welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video. Today I'm back with another story time night. I know y'all been praying how I've been like coming back. This is pre-recorded because right now I'm on my way to Canada. Right now I'm editing this video. I'm not on my way to Canada because I have to edit this video first. I'm ready to pop my big one to eat poutine in Toronto. I'm about to go get my nails done, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm about to go get my nails done, and I have a wax appointment right now. It is the 8th, I think, of February. I'm on my way to Canada because that's what my boyfriend said that I am getting celebrated. I'm in my little pinky. Hold on, let me also add an addition to the video. Y'all, this was my sample for my robe.
I just don't like it.
So I won't be releasing these ones to y'all, but these are my samples for my robes. And y'all gonna be fucking it up in the Rykky robes on Valentine's Day? Hey. That's gonna be all. I don't know, I just be a little scared. Like, I be getting a little discouraged, and then the samples was not how I wanted them to look, but it's hot in here. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I was in a relationship with like cousins. I had a trick. I was tricked by tricks. Dating two cousins who was tricks, playing me in my heart. You should take this story as a learning experience to be your damn self. Don't be like me. Hold on. It kind of backfired on me. This story time all started when I was in my hoochie phase. I had a horror stage after I got my heart broken, kind of. My first ever like boyfriend. It wasn't even really my boyfriend. It was like my child, and those be the ones that hurt the most.
Did my earrings just fly the out my ear? Like, really?
I was basically dipping and dabbling because of the fact that like the person who I did like, first off, they lived mad far from me, and then it was like my best friend kinda, and then we started falling off because I had moved. I had to fill the void with these other little and I wasn't jacking them, but I mean, something had to give. Let's name these boys. We're gonna name one of the boys Fanboy, and then we're gonna name the other boy Chum Chum, because one was big, one was little. But it was a little awkward because one was big, and then one was little and big. Fanboy is gonna be the tall one, and then Chum Chum is gonna be the short one. When I first met them, Fanboy was so mean to me. I feel like I'm a girl who like boys would not think like I like them unless they like talk to me. Hold on. That girl just pissed me off. Hold on. Fanboy was always so mean to me. Like, every single time he had something to say to me, it was something rude. It would be funny because you know how your parents used to tell you, oh, if he mean to you, it's because he like you. And like, at first I really used to listen to that shit because it's true. Like, a lot of times boys really would be mean to me because they like me and didn't know why they liked the fat. They would just be in denial with themselves. They was like, oh my God, I'm a big bitch lover, which goes against all the shit that they've been talking because, you know, they like to bully us and all that. So I would be like, okay, like, he clearly don't like me, but I didn't really care because first off, I had like a real crush. Okay, now I'm sounding like a little bit of a hoe, and it's really trifling, but I was young and lit. So I had my crush from my hometown who I missed so much. That was my boo stinker, my love of my life. And then I had the other love of my life, but actually in this state. And then I had these little two fucking fools. Fanboy, he was just always rude to me, and I didn't really care to know why. I would just argue with him back. Like, every single time he'd say something rude or something, I just argue with him back. I would notice slowly over time, after I argued back with him, he like starts smiling. What's funny? Don't smile, because I'm really about to punch you in your fucking face. Like, for real. Do you have a kink? Mind you, in my opinion, the taller one was cuter. Now, he ain't cute, but he was cuter. Short niggas need love too, but just not for me because I'm a big ass bitch. I'm big. Like, I have two standards. What the fuck do y'all be thinking this is? Like, do y'all just think this is the poppy show? Chum Chum now, from when I started the school, I felt like Chum Chum had a crush on me. But the only thing is, he liked older girls and older girls ain't like him. He'd be the guy who wanna like buy your love. And it's given we know what you're gonna be doing when you're old enough. You're gonna be out here trying to get some coochie for $1.50. And I don't know how I feel about that. I more so hold myself to Chum Chum because Chum Chum was actually like nicer to me, if that makes sense. And then Fanboy was just like rude as one day, and then the next day he over here being nice. I was always around Chum Chum because Chum Chum was like the nicer one. Now I don't remember how he got my snap. At this point in my life, I was just always doing too much. When he gets my snap, like he starts texting me. At first it was like text for like homework. He was one of those kids who had like the option to go to school. He started texting me. Oh, he was just texting me. I feel like that's gonna give me a dent, right? That's definitely gonna give me a dent in the front of my head. In the beginning of our friendship and stuff, it will always be like a moment where he buys you stuff, buys you snacks and all that stuff. And then like my friends would like try to be put on to him and stuff a little bit because it's like, you know, like he the nigga who gonna get y'all right. All the snacks, all the food, all that. He was the reason why I was even more obese.
But at the time I was mad fat and insecure.
When you really think about it, like I'm still mad fat, but I'm not as insecure. So like you couldn't really get me to be your girlfriend for doing little stupid shit. Back then, imagine if I had like the confidence I had now. I feel like for a long time, I just went along with it because you're not gonna be used to like, let me just speak for myself, at least around the time that I was big growing up in school. When you was big growing up in school, it didn't matter. First off, I didn't have all the drip anyway, but based off like how much drip you had, how much money you had, that's like your value. So it's like you could be fat and all, you're not gonna pull people, but like if you have some type of drip, you're helping your case a little bit. But since I didn't have none of that, I was a little bit surprised that like there was a guy out there anyway who wanted to do stuff for me, and like that was Chum Chum. But see, my other issue would be with like he'll be texting me on Snapchat, and like when he's texting me on Snapchat, he's like, oh, when you come to school tomorrow, I'm gonna bring you this and this and that. And obviously like when he's doing that as like a little girl, it would be like he'd text me and then I'll get all excited because I'm like, oh my god, like why do he even want to talk to me? Like I get it, you're ugly, but it's like you're ugly, but there's other ugly skinny bitches who look better than me, who what I was thinking, but whole time they actually was ugly. So like I understand why he wanted me because I was bad. The fuck, duh. He'd be like, I'm bringing you stuff tomorrow and everything, and I'd be like, okay. It's kind of like he was beating me at my own game a little bit, but it was a little bit weird because now he's asking me for like nudes. I'd be like, I just got out the shower. He'd say something like without me, and then I'd be like, what? And then he'd be like, send pictures, and I'd be like, what are you talking about? And then he'd be like,
LOL, only if you want to.
if I get you stuff, I could get stuff out of you. And I didn't really like that because it's like, why I have to do something with you to get something in return? But then it's like also too, we're young, so I get it, but like no. So I knew what it was and I wasn't mad at what it was. I just seen what it was and it kind of made me realize what my value was. Me and Chum Chum had got into it because he was getting on my nerves. I think it was actually like a basketball game, like or something after school. And while we was there, like he just kept going to tell what happened in part 2. This is when me and Fanboy started now texting because Fanboy had got my snap. And when he had texted me on Snap one day, I was literally mind boggled. This is somebody who every single day when you go to school, bro, they have something rude to say to you. So it's like to now be texting me on Snapchat, you are literally the most confusing person ever. I knew that if Chum Chum found out that we was texting, he'd be dumb tech, which is why I tried to keep it low key because you know it's whatever. But he could not go with me, and he would try to like go one with me and like end up being the one to apologize. Like he'd be trying to be like, you're fat, start arguing with me, right? And then when I'd be like, you know, really going at it with him, he'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, like stop, like, you know, why are you acting like that towards me? And then start playing victim, like, yo bro, these men really started out young being manipulated. And I end up forgiving him, but this one particular time he had this something. He ended up messing with one of my ops, and it was one of my ops in my last story time. He ended up messing with one of my ops to piss me off in the process. This is why you really got to come with your own money, because I still had my own money. So if any of these other men did not want me, it was cool and fine and Sandy lover. He had kind of that me and this my crush, but he's not really important in the story at all. I had been kind of flirting in school and stuff, and like I had been in so much drama and this, that, and the third about surrounding around the boys. So he is mad and kind of trying to press me like, if you like him, just tell me you like him, blah 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 blah. And I was like, why do you care if I like him or not? Like I'm literally talking to you and only you. It kind of ended up getting out that I like the boy, and when he was mad, he started messing with my op, and I didn't like that because if you want to talk to me, you're gonna only talk to me. I don't care if I'm talking to your homeboy, your cousin, your mother, your dad, bitch.
LGBTQ+.
I will talk to everybody, even the fucking cat. So, yeah, tread lightly, okay? Me and Chum Chum will have like conversations on and off where we like actually like have a good conversation, and then he just turned it weird. Men don't even realize how sometimes if they just put their away, they actually have like a nice personality. They just are weird. They just make everything uncomfortable. Like, never mind, I don't even want to. If y'all really did put y'all away, like, and y'all really tapped into y'all personality, y'all actually cool people sometimes. We ended up having a little falling out, and I told him don't to talk to me no more, because I guess like I was talking to his cousin or whatever. So in the midst of me and Chum Chum not really with each other no more, remember I told y'all me and Fanboy was texting a lot on Snap. When I say texting a lot, it was texting a lot for me because I was a girl who did not know how people left DMs on delivered. I used to base like my value off of how many people texted me and was on delivered. I used to just think when I had no messages from nobody, no messages, nobody was hit me up that day, I used to just tell myself like, you're mad unimportant. And like, bro, the days that I would have no text at all, bro, was really the hardest days for me. So when I would wake up and then it's a text from Fanboy on my phone, I used to be like, whoa, like, he texted me early in the morning, because I'm thinking everybody think just like me. So I'm one of the people who you want to wake up and hit up. Like, keep in mind, I was just surprised he liked me because he was just so mean. Not because like, oh, he's just beyond my means. Like, no, I had cuter men than him at the time.
I mean, shit, still now.
My boyfriend is a 10. My boyfriend is fine as. And he's like the perfect amount of manipulator, because when you really think about it, bro. Okay, so this is gonna be a two-part story. I'm gonna do the part where I linked him. It was the worst link. In the next one, I still have 21 minutes left to tell this story. I should have kind of known, like, why would you add me on Snapchat? He will always swipe up on my shit. But see, this is how I knew he was a who was in denial. Like, he did not want to like me. He was swiping on my stuff, right? But it will never be on my post where I'm looking cute. When I say looking cute, that is very much an overstatement. Yeah, he would never swipe up on my shit. Let's say I posted something of me, quote, quote, looking cute. This is something he'd do. He'd watch my story, right? He'd watch my story. Let's say I just posted a selfie. He would not say shit. He would not swipe up. And then a couple hours later, he dead ass wait to see if I'm gonna post something. If I did not post nothing, his would go and then swipe up on something I'd posted prior and then be like, LMFAO, I like this. Like, this is mad funny. Trying to argue with me about an opinion that I'm posting or whatever. To me, that was like, you're putting in effort. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I really was feeling him at a point, but the only reason I feel like I stopped feeling him as much, I started feeling him as much is because me and my boosting I was trying to convince myself that these men was not using me and that I was using them back, because I kind of was, which is why I don't really be mad when I think about the situation. When you think about it, it's like, okay, if they beat you at your own game, they was using you, you use them back, like, duh. So
Babe, I'm filming.
here he go with his ignorance, y'all. I couldn't really be mad because, like, when you really think about it, like, I was using them, yes, but they was using me too, and it was just like, okay, lit, then we all using each other. I don't know, I used to love people who chased me. I think that's even why I kind of like Fanboy. I knew this man was not my type. I knew I did not like him. I didn't really understand why I was attracted to people. Even to this day, I still kind of tell myself, like, the reason why these men was attracted to me was because of the fact that I was, like, a cool girl, if that makes sense. And I'm not even, like, trying to gas myself. No, I kind of was a cool girl. Like, I was the who liked playing sport. I was the bitch who wanted to do bad shit with the boys. I was the class clown. Where you find it?
Don't worry. Just know I be knowing.
I really do think that my downfall was messing with Fanboy instead of just talking it out with Chum Chum, because this is when all the shit just went down fucking hill. It started getting around in the family that I was messing with both of them. And I mean, it was kind of messy of me. I don't really care that much. It was going around to like the little cousin circles and shit. I was not a fan favorite, but oh well, y'all sons need to learn how to treat women. Now I'm here to pimp them out. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm named after my daddy. And that ain't even a fucking joke. My dad's name is Rykky. I don't even know what I'm wearing today. I'm over here getting ready full face. That was such a rough way to apply foundation. Like, it was so unnecessary, but I made it very vocal that I was messing with the cousin because I didn't really care no more. I hate getting my feelings hurt, and that's why I really used to not really date guys that much. My friends going through with this was enough for me. I was already going through it with my little stinker from my hometown. I was just going through it. Y'all probably wonder how I was battling all of these things. Like, I was just thugging. Keep in mind, still lying to my mom. At this time, my mom was over my bullshit. Like, my antics. My mom had no mental capacity for gentle parenting, so child, if she would have found out I was in any of this bullshit at the time, she would have been pissed. It was such a toxic thing that I did. Like, I hated people thinking that they played with me and that it worked. Like, no.
Bitch.
I started telling everybody that I was messing with Fanboy. And when Chum Chum found out, that nigga was pissed. Like, that nigga was mad because he was like, first off, he was not only mad at me, but he was also mad at the cousin. Don't get me wrong. He already knew we was kind of messing with each other, hence why his family was mad as shit. Or why he was mad. But the part that got me, he wasn't even mad. Clear it up and to clear it up, he wasn't even mad at me for the cousin. He was mad at his cousin, but he wasn't mad at me for the cousin. Like, he was mad at his cousin for talking to me, but he wasn't even mad at me for talking to the cousin. And he was more so mad that I popped out with another man. He always wanted to post me and stuff, and I would be like, no. Y'all, this was a months of going back and forth. Him wanting to talk to me saying no. Him trying to get me to be his girlfriend, me saying no. So when I popped out, and then it was his cousin, I wasn't even popping out. Like, I was just saying it, like, word of mouth. He was like, oh, really? Allegedly, he was pillow talking with the cousin about me, and that's why, even though Fanboy was still swiping up on my he was still doing it in such a low-key way because he didn't want me to have that much evidence of him being nice to me just in case he tried to show it to his cousin. But see, in my opinion, I feel like it was more so a ploy where it's like if he ever got caught or whatever, he could just be like, I didn't swipe up on her stuff, I don't know what you're talking about. And it would more so just look like he was just being nice to me. Whole time this boy in my DM say I'm pretty, this boy be in my DM said I'm pretty. If that makes sense. Not that he wanted me, he was just being nice to me. But when his cousin pissed me off, I was like, okay, watch this. I started texting him back more, and I think that's what prompted him to start feeling more comfortable to start texting me on like a cute level, because then he started being like, oh, like you look pretty. Not even that I look pretty. He'd be like, yeah, I see you today. You look cool. And back then, the yeah, I see you today, you be in Hollywood because you look good today. Oh, that was a compliment. That was a compliment. And I'd be like, he want me so bad. Oh my God. Like, bro, like this shit is insane. Where is my mascara? It got out, and then Chum Chum was mad as fuck. He couldn't do nothing to me because who the fuck are you? So he would just be sitting there like just texting me some mean shit, and then I, like I said, be mean back to him, and then he'd be like, I'm just sorry. You just pissed me off. Why you be treating me like this? Like you don't be doing nothing like this to these other boys. And I'd be like, because I don't know, like I don't know why. Y'all about to think that this man is a victim, and he's not. Like, he's not a victim. I don't know how to describe it. Like, he is that love bombing. Once he gets you, he finna just do him the whole time. Like, no, you cannot buy me gifts and then think I'm about to be exclusive. That's not how it works. No, you a trick. But like I said, I just hated how sexual he was with me, because in the beginning, Fanboy was not sexual with me at all. Like, it was just Chum Chum. Chum Chum was the only one who just always was trying to get sexual with me mad randomly. And I was just kind of tired of being, I don't know, like sexualized a little bit, but like it wasn't that big of a deal, but like it was like that big of a deal. Like, I was tired of it. It was pissing me off. Like, I just wanted to be wanted in like a regular way. So like, now let's get into me and Fanboy, because this leads into the worst link ever. When me and Fanboy was messing with each other, in the beginning, he was not sexual with me, y'all. Like, he did just would talk to me. We would just talk. We'd just flirt in a mean way. Like, he'd say something slick to me, I'd say something slick to his ass back. Over time, being his girlfriend kind of, okay, I don't want to say I was his girlfriend because of the fact that, like, he never asked me to be his girlfriend, and, like, at that time, asking someone to be your girlfriend was, like, it was important. I'm sorry, I lost track. Nowadays, y'all link a couple times, and y'all just be satisfied with being called a girlfriend. Back then, you had to be asked to be the girlfriend, bro, because it was just mandatory. But he never asked me to be his girlfriend, but he would just try to buy me stuff that entailed girlfriend. Like, Valentine's Day, he got me one of those anonymous flowers that said, I love you, and then ended up telling me it was him who it was. He ended up telling me, like, he loved me and all these weird. So at this point, I'm head over heels for not head over heels for him, but like I'm dead jacking him a little bit more. I was jacking him. I'm not gonna lie, I was jacking him. I don't know why I'm like trying to beat around the bush. He knew what to do, and he wasn't a sucker muncher. Like, and my timer's up. I have to be in Canada soon, and I'm up editing early in the morning to get this to y'all. Do y'all see why I love y'all? And then also too, it was like easy to now make I a little bit jealous, because I was just blowing me a little bit. I was kind of fucking up my relationship with I doing this, but like, oh well, like I never really did nothing to me. I just was kind of fucking up my relationship with him, because it was like I could never tell if he wanted me. Like, I could not tell if I was being a friend or if I was just delusional. Clear it up. I is this crush that I had, and remember when I told you like I was trying to deny liking the boy, but then it ended up getting out that I liked him anyway? That's I. But I was just a little delusional. Like, I really think he was just trying to be a best friend, but he... Oh, shit, I can't say that. So let me take these pins out. In the beginning, me and Fanboy was just talking. And then, like, he just started getting slowly more and more and more and more sexual. So I was like, okay, I could probably handle him like how I could handle Fanboy. Like, I'm gonna just play Clueless. And when I play Clueless, he'll just be like, okay, she don't get the vibes that she clearly not trying to me. Like, you know what I mean? But no. That would not be the vibes that he would get. He'd just be laughing with me and be like, stop trying to play dumb. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So I'd be like, oh, my hair kind of came out good. I look like Whitney Houston. Be for real. You look like Whitney Houston when she gained the weight back after touching that shit. He just started getting more and more sexual, and it was pissing me off. He just did not care. Like, he was going for the bullshit because I was giving him the time of day. And he'd say how he don't like fat girls, but then now he want to see my body. And I was going to his house here and there, but like I was never staying for long. Y'all gonna hear why in part 2. I'm not trying to spoil part 2, so y'all getting like the summary. We go to his house to grab like his basketball gear and before he had practice. We'd go to his house for like little stuff. The first time I went to his house, I didn't even go outside. I stood outside. His mom was mixed, but his dad was white. And when I was in his room, I was like looking around and shit. I was looking at pictures. I seen a picture of Chum Chum. So I was like, oh, this is what you and Chum Chum used to look like when y'all was kids. And he was like, yeah. So I took a picture and I sent it to Chum Chum. Okay, I don't know why I did this. But I took a picture, I sent it to Chum Chum, and I made sure that I had like more so fanboys like room in it when I sent to Chum Chum. So Chum Chum, when he opens it, he was like, why do you have that picture? And I was like, LOL, because I seen it at your cousin's house. And he was like, oh, you're over at his house? I was like, yes. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, you're weird. Like he had said something like, you're weird. Like you be trying to be funny, or like you're weird, or like, okay, enjoy yourself, or some shit like that. And I was like, I will, like duh. Like I wasn't even getting the reaction I wanted out of him, because I honestly was more so emotionally attached to Chum Chum, but then I was more so like, I don't even know, like I don't know. So it sounded like I kind of like Chum Chum a little bit. I kind of be telling myself I ain't never with Chum Chum, but I low-key was with Chum Chum. I wish he was a little bit cuter. Our bodies would never go together. Like they would never go together. Like literally our relationship would have been ill. Like you could just tell, like our relationships would have been so bad. And I was already dating too many short men at that time. Like I'm sorry, no. After that, this one particular time, he asked me to come inside. When I came upstairs, I was like, all right, you ready to go? He was like, nah, let's just chill at my house for a little bit, because actually coach just texted me practice canceled. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop this week's story time for right now, because I just wanted y'all to know like what happened in part 1, and then I'm gonna be giving y'all part 2 maybe on Wednesday, or maybe I'll just give it to y'all on next Sunday. So yeah, I will be seeing y'all in the next one. I love y'all, and I will see y'all. Bye. Are y'all ready to shop Rykky's apparel? I'm about to hit up my vendor and be like, bitch, what is this? Why would you send me this shit? Anyway, mwah, mwah, kisses. Bye.